OMG. I hate my math class so much. It's so boring and I'm never ever going to use it. What? How could you not like math? It's all around us. Dude, you sound like my math teacher. Math this, math that. No, silly. Math is all around us. Everywhere we are. Sure it is. Okay, what's your favorite place or thing? Well, that one's easy. I love the ocean. I'm going to be a marine biologist when I grow up. Well then. The ocean has tons of geometry in it. Can you believe that? No way, you have to be joking. What do triangles and a bunch of letters have to do with the beautiful ocean? I've been waiting for you to ask that this whole entire time. Well, the first thing that is in the ocean that ties into geometry is a sand particle or any piece of sand. Now, what does sand have to do with geometry? Oh well, a sand particle is a point. This is because sand particles are very tiny. They also have no particular dimension. I mean, I guess that works. Well, there is much more. A line in the ocean could be shown by the horizon. It is a straight line that goes on forever. The ocean could be shown as a plane, because it is flat and it goes on technically forever. Wow. There's more. A whale shark could be a colindar points, because the spots on it can be connected and they align perfectly. For no colindar points, a blue-spotted stingray can be used to describe it because the points create a line, but some of the points don't look it to be a perfect alignment. I think I get it now. So for a line segment, can a stingray be an example, because it makes a line that doesn't go on forever and has an end point on each side. Great job. So a ray would be a fishing line, because it is an end point at one point and at the other it can go on and on. And angle could be a shark tooth, because the sides go out at an angle. An acute angle could be a shark fin, because the side is less than a 90-degree angle. Sea sharks are full of geometry. An obtuse angle could be a starfish, because the sides of the starfish go out and are more than 90 degrees. I was going to say that. I have another one. A right angle could be a boxfish, because they are shaped like a cube from the bottom of them to the side they form a 90-degree angle. This one's pretty difficult, but an angle bisector could be a tail fluke, because there is a visible line that separates the two angles of the fluke into two adjacent angles. Eh? That one wasn't hard, I could have done it. But a complementary angle could be a pontoon boat. A pontoon boat is a really rectangular/square boat. You could make a complementary angle, because it is two angles together that add up to 90 degrees, and so you could do that with the boat. Now that one is hard. Like a complementary angle, there is a supplementary angle that adds up to 180. A shark cage could be a supplementary, because the lines together make the base, which is a straight line. A straight line equals 180 degrees. So an example of adjacent angles would be a turtle shell, because the angles shown all share the same vertex. Sure is. A linear pair example would be a fishing net, because the adjacent angles create lines. A segment bisector example would be a jellyfish, because the top of the jellyfish has visible lines that divides the top into equal halves. A midpoint that is an ocean theme would be a wheel, because the wheel has an acute angle and they all meet in the middle of the area. Is there any more examples? There are so many more. Like what? A leatherback turtle could be an example of a parallel line, because the lines on the back will never meet and they are side by side. On rare times when the waves become square and the surface of the ocean is full of tiny squares, they can create a perpendicular line, because the squares form a line vertically and then horizontally and then they intersect at one point. Can you think of one for congruent? Oh, I got it. A sponge could be congruent because the sponge can clone itself and make smaller identical figures of itself. That is just like when a figure is congruent to another. Well, thank you for watching this presentation on geometry all around us. Also, don't ask why I have a controller in my hand. I tried to remove it but I couldn't. Well then, now that we finally finished the project after all of this time, I hope you enjoyed it and learned how geometry is all around us. By using a nautical theme we were able to prove this. Thank you for watching the presentation. I know it was a bit long. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. Good job. Well, that was awkward. Okay then, bye. The end.